Wow, can you believe it? Here I played Queen for c3. Follow all the game to see what happens in this game. Hi chess friends. This time I played against an international master, Rania Midi, really famous in Bangladesh. And I was so excited and nervous for this game because she is so strong. And with the Nilo of 2056, before the game with me, 2065. And it's incredible that I just won with this sacrifice of Queen that I will show you in the game. And I have 2027 Elo now, and it's amazing game. She blunder, but then I found a spectacular move, and I want to show you this game. I play with the black pieces, and Rania Midi, international master, plays e4, c5 by me, and f4, knight f6, knight f3, and d6. Bishop c4, and now bishop e6. I just defend here in this way. Castle by white, and now I played bishop e7. We have d3 and the knight f6, completely equal position. He just moves the king from this diagonal. He wants to avoid some check, okay. For example, if my queen come here, maybe in the future, or if I push, he want to bring the king in safe, okay? So I played knight a5 with an idea to attack this light square bishop, and she just checked me, and I defend with my light square bishop. We have a4, and the idea is to catch this. If I catch this, there is a capture. And now I can't attack really this pawn. If I try this, he can defend with, like, look at this, my knight is hanging, so I can't do this. Or if I try this, there is a possibility to play a lot of moves here. Like, look this, queen e1, simply, really simple move, because the queen is attacking with the rook my knight, and my knight is trapped. So if I try to defend, to attack this pawn, is bad. Here, I want to avoid this open up the a5, so I decide to push simply. So, or white capture my bishop or come back. Has to decide. She took my bishop. We change, and now knight c3 to continue the development. I just castle, and now bishop e3. Knight, I come back with the knight. There is no more target here of light square bishop, so I decide to come back. Knight c6, and just d4. Really tension in the center. We have a c capture for d4, knight capture for d4, knight capture for d4, and bishop capture for d4. A lot of trade, and here I decide to play bishop f6, and to try to block this attack, because she was putting pressure here, maybe with the queen, with the bishop. I don't like, maybe bringing the rook here. So I try to change, okay? She played a really nice rook lift, rook f3, with an idea to bring the rook here, but here I push. e5, correct move always. Comes back with the bishop, and now I trade. Bishop capture for f4, and I just play bishop e5. Here we have another trade, and here you have to take with the knight, and attack the rook, okay? And the game continues. The rook has to be moved. For example, rook f1. If you try this, this rook here is so bad, because I can play rook king h8, and it's not a bad move, but there is no real attack, okay? You can't play this move because there is a knight, and this knight here is really strong. But this pawn is a target, okay? This pawn is a target. The rook can come here. There is to attack this pawn, because there is a knight. So the rook can come here, and I just play like queen d7 to maybe to defend with the rook another time this pawn, and the game continue. But here I have done a big blunder, because I capture with the pawn, and now white is completely winning, and try to find the move to win against me here in this position with white pieces. Is not so difficult, you can find. My opponent just blunder here, luckily for me, because queen d5. The idea is to attack my b pawn and also put pressure here 2 times, put pressure here, but here there is a really simple move to find, but we blunder, so happens, and the move is simply rook d3, and now my knight is pinned. Can you see? My knight is attacked 2 times. I can move my queen. I can move my knight, sorry, because there is a queen here. So I can't defend my knight, and I have to just to move my queen, and I surely lose the game. I had to play this, but the rook capture and now I capture this, but I have no absolutely compensation. Completely winning for white, okay? But my opponent plays this move to do this counter attack, but not good, and I just play queen c7 to defend the pawn, to defend the knight, to unpin this knight, and to defend the b7, because obviously the idea is to bring the rook here on the d1. So rook f1 this time to triple the pressure on the f7 pawn, and I just play knight b6. I attack this pawn that is defended by the knight, but I'm preparing knight here, and this knight is attacking the queen. My queen is defending now the pawn with the rook and with the king, so there is no way to for example, this move is bad, it's a blunder, because I simply capture, okay? And if capture here, I just play this, and there is no possibility to capture my queen because there is checkmate, so she has to capture, and now I win the queen, and it's winning. So I decide for this move. Knight c5 is also a good move, okay? Knight c5 is a good move, but I play this. Okay, we have queen d2, come back, good move, and now I just develop my rook with the time rook d8 to attack the white queen. Queen g5 to put pressure here, and now I played the move that changed completely the game. I play f6 because the pressure here was really strong. This pawn was attacked, and I don't like this position. I want only attack the queen, and this move is great, is a good defense, but here white should simply play queen h4, for example, continue to put pressure here, and maybe come back here in this diagonal. But my opponent here in the trick, because played rook capture for f6, seems a really strong move, because if I capture, my opponent can capture again here, okay, and I can capture because the queen is pinning my pawn, and this pawn is pinned, so seems a bad move, but not, because after this capture, black here is completely winning move, and now you see the move that I show in the first part of the video. Brutal queen, after rook capture for f6, rook capture for f6, I play queen capture for c3, because there was a possibility to play this move. You can't play this move now, okay, because look at this, there is a possibility to give me a check, okay, and after this check I have to take with the rook, and here look this, there is a rook for f8 check, that this time is possible. Now the queen can come to the attack, okay, and I have to move my king here, and everything is possible here. Like, look at this, my queen is hanging, and I just lose. Can you see? It's really important. Play this move with check, so I can't sacrifice in this way, because this rook is take with check, okay? But if I played rook capture for f6 before, after rook capture for f6, seems a bad position for me, but not, because now I have queen for c3 of the knight, because this knight is covering the rook, the coming of the rook on d1 to give a checkmate, and now I play the move that allow me to win. Because can you see, my opponent moved the king, do you remember here, to avoid some check on this diagonal, but now there is a checkmate on the 8th rank, and she played this move, and now it's a ruin, because after queen capture for c3, I'm threatening this move. There is no check with this rook to attack my rook, but she has no time. She can't play this. I have two different checkmate. I have queen e1, rook d1. Everything is checkmate, okay? So here she can't capture my knight because the rook here is checkmate again. Can only cover with the rook. And now what happens? She realized that she lost a piece, so she simply come back to defend. And now I have to be careful because my rook is under attack. And also, this pawn can be a target in the future, and I have to be careful on this diagonal. Sorry, light square here, and my knight. I have to defend my knight. So I played, my queen is hanging, so I have to be careful, and I play queen c7 to save the queen, to defend the rook, and to defend the pawn. Okay, because the move here, this is the best move, queen c7, because it's the move that defends the knight, the rook, and the pawn, and blocks this check. Okay, for example, of this diagonal. But okay, we have h3 to avoid this terrible 8th rank checkmate, and now I simply capture this pawn. Knight for a4, not only with the idea to capture the pawn, but also to maybe to come with the knight here and put pressure here. Yes, this was the idea. b3, and I just play knight c3 to attack this pawn. I have only 4 minutes on the clock, my opponent almost 5, but always good. And now queen f5. Maybe with the idea to give this check, but it's not possible to give this check. Here I simply played queen e7 to control better this square, and maybe prepare the rook and change everything, the rook here. Okay, another move really strong was knight e2. Really good move, because here I can play the knight here, okay, because there is no trick for checkmate here. But I don't want like this check, and after this maybe want to try something like this with the threat of sacrifice the queen. For example, if I play this is checkmate in 2, okay? I have to be careful. So what happens here? I played queen e7, and now queen g4, because the rook is coming here, and now I play this move to try to change everything. She declined, obviously, rook e1, maybe to defend better this pawn, and now I just come back with the knight b5, some move, c4 to attack my knight, and now I just put the knight here. There was a possibility to put the knight on d4, and it's good move, but I just prefer to come back, and after the rook here, look at this. This is so scary, because if I move my knight, the rook can come here and try checkmate, but I have a lot of possibility to escape. I just play rook f4. I don't move my knight, and because a possibility was to maybe to push to make move my knight and then play rook d7. But I just play this rook f4, attacks the queen, attacks the pawn, and now after the queen moves, I just play g6. Another attack for the white queen. Queen has to move, and now I just capture with the knight. I'm threatening knight g3 check, double attack. I'm also threatening knight f2 check, double attack for the king and for the rook, and also knight c3. So this move is so strong. 2 double attacks, the rook and the queen. This move is really devastating move, but Here, after the king moves, to avoid this threat, here with only 1 minute and 30 seconds, I just blundered the idea, and I played queen f7, missing the possibility to play knight c3 with double attack. Okay, because I was in time pressure with my opponent with 2 minutes on the clock. So we have this check. I just moved my king and queen e3, maybe to put pressure on this knight and to put pressure on this pawn. So I can move my knight here. It's not easy position with only 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. I just play rook h4. Not a good move, obviously, to defend my knight. And here there was a possibility to play g3. And after g3, yeah, I just now realize that is bad. I have to play queen c7. Yes, I play a terrible move, honestly, here. Was better to play h5, simply h5, not moving nothing. Yeah, was a good move, not moving nothing, not move nothing. Okay, what happens? We have a rook b8, and now I play queen f6, queen f4 check, and I just trade the queen, okay? Just queen capture, rook capture for b7. I know I allow this capture with the rook of this pawn with check, but at least I change my queen for her queen, and now the knight is coming here, and I will prepare a pushing for the queen. Rook f7 to block the check, rook b6 to try to take this pawn and to create two pass pawn, but here I just play this move, knight c5 to defend this pawn and to push this my pawn. b4 with an idea to attack my knight and then just take the pawn and create obviously the same two pass pawn. But what happens? I play knight d3. She can take the pawn because I follow this knight capture, but here we have c5. I push e4, c6, I push again, e3, and now rook b7, but here I just push, and after this capture with check, so I have to recapture king for f7, push again, but now I promote to a queen, she promote to a queen, but I have a full knight, and this is winning for me, because now I have a check. So I give some check with like 22 seconds on the clock, my opponent 55 seconds, so I was in terrible time trouble, and we have some check. I have no checkmate, but I use some time to check, and now I just move my queen here to defend the pawn and the knight, really important, because check are coming, and double attack for the king and for the knight are coming, so I have to defend my knight. Look at this, if I move my queen here to cover, I just lose my knight, so I just move my king, continue to give check to try a draw. I just move the king, and with only 11 seconds on the clock against 20 seconds on the clock of my opponent, I just continue to move my king, and here I decide to cover with the knight, and check here are not possible because the knight is controlling the two square of check. Can you see my knight here? So there is no check. Time pressure also for my opponent moves the king, and finally I have a check. Some check here, check. Knight queen d6, not a check, but if I move my knight, next move I can give a check, okay, on this diagonal. Queen c2, I just placed this move. Obviously I was in time trouble, was too better to play a move with the knight, like knight f3 was really nice, but okay, because the king has to come can you see, has to come here, and this is checkmate, so there was an easy checkmate, but in two, but with only 9 seconds on the clock, I wasn't able to see it, okay? So just some move, okay? Queen, some repetition, and now I won with 7 seconds on the clock against an international master, Rani Hamid, and yeah, I couldn't believe I could win against a player like her. And I have to say, she blundered, but what a game! What a game with the sacrifice of the queen in this position with this tricky move, right? Like, the first point is a blunder, okay, because this is a big blunder for me, and the rook here can come here, and this is losing for me, but I told you not happen. And now this tricky move f6 to provocate a capture, and now after this change I have this idea with to remove the defense of d8 d1 square and give checkmate. So queen sacrifice, and in the end we play an endgame, and I was in advantage with the full knight, with a lot of time pressure, but in the end I just won for the time and for the material. So thank you really much for watching my video. Remember to subscribe to my channel, and see you soon with another video. Bye bye. Thank you.